Hello and welcome. We are at Fun Turf here in Lekki and we're doing a spotlight on Lekki Junior Strikers. And right here I have the owner and CEO, Mrs. Raliat Abdul Salam.
Thank you. We are LEKKI Junior Strikers.
Lekki Junior Strikers. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
So I'd like to know, like, what inspired you to start this academy or a club?
Well, it was my son when he was 3 years old. It was a birthday wish come through for him. He wanted to be captain of his own team. So we found out that we could do that by getting a group of boys to play with him, basically his friends. It started as fun. So what I did was lease the field, invited his friends and got coach for them, and they were having fun. After a year, when it was time to renew the lease, my husband said he wasn't going to pay, that every other person that enjoys should come together and put the money together and pay. And then gradually we just started it and it turned into an academy. We had to register it fully.
Wow, what an awesome origin story. How has it been, keeping up with everything going on, the academy and the kids? How has it been so far?
Well, it's been fun. I've had kids that are in the university now. We started this 14 years ago. My son is in the university too now, so you can imagine the way we started and how far we've gone. The football club and the football academy has grown so much that we have an NGO side of it, where we train. If you look at the kids on the field, some of them they don't pay. We put them in because they have skills that want to nurture them. And it has grown that I now have a senior team that is in the Lagos League. So I can only thank God. We are moving. And I'm sure it will keep growing, whether I'm there or not, it will grow. Yeah.
I'd like to know, again, the challenges you'll be facing, and then what the future holds, what future plans you have.
Challenges, like every other thing in Nigeria, is finance. Because the senior team, the academy, students pay to train, so that takes care of the cost, basically, apart from the NGO part of it. But for the senior team, you find out that you have to camp them, provide bus, even when they are going into competitions, you have to pay. So financing is the major bane of any business, and in football too is the major bane, and they need the exposure. So you find out that every time you're improving on how you get scouts to come and see how they play, you sign agreements with them, so that's it. It's a never-ending spiral thing for football. And then you need exposure. So that's why people like you, what you're doing is worth it, because no matter how small, you're exposing us to the wider world that something like this is happening for grassroots football in Nigeria. So it's worth it.
So what do you see happening in the future? Where you're going to take the club and the academy to?
Well, of course, expansion. We're going to expand. We're in Lagos now. I want to expand to Abuja. That's one. Number two, I'm hoping that my senior team boys will be bought, will be scouted for, and they will travel abroad, because that's their main ambition. They want to play in Europe, they want to play in Kazakhstan, they want to play everywhere, all over the world. So we're looking towards that. By God's grace, it will happen soon.
Okay, so what do you feel about women football? What do you think needs to be done to encourage more girls and to also help improve the sport for women?
Well, let's start from the basic statistics. It's been a tough time for Nigeria to grow female footballers. Just because of the mindset parents have about children playing football, they feel it's a man's game. They don't think it's a female's game. But that aside, it has improved over time. I'm planning to create one too for my academy, just strictly female, a female club. And then the government too and owners of clubs should try and treat them equally and fairly. Look at the American Football Federation now. They are paying both males and females the same amount of money when they win games and the same salary, the same allowance. So you can see that it's encouraging women now to get into it. If you look at my field, I just employed a female coach too. So the more exposure that the people watching are seeing about women achieving great heights in sports, the more it will improve. Like I say, in Nigeria, they still have to go back to the homegrown base. And luckily enough, I'm involved in the Lagos State Women Football Association, so I'm a board member there. So we've even done a tournament lately to encourage female homegrown teams. We did it for exposure, we did it for the amateur team. And I'm sure if we continue to do that, and then along the line we start picking them, they will start doing division leagues. We'll grow.
That's also wish you the best. But finally, on a final note, like, what advice would you give to people who also run an academy or club, and maybe even the government that runs sports in the country in general?
I'm not a sporty person. I found myself dabbling into this by chance, but love of a son for his mom, or love of a mom for the son. But what I learned over time, I'm not only doing football, I'm in the board of Nigerian Triathlon Union. Like I say, government financing has not been well managed in football. That's one. Number two, they need to invest more in grassroots football. And that's why we keep getting it wrong anytime we go for international play. Because they now pick those boys that have been exposed, but they are not training together. Yeah. If you look at African teams that have made a success, even in the Cup of Nations, African Cup of Nations, they are homegrown teams. Teams that train for 2 years before the Cup of Nations. But what we always have is when the tournament is happening 3 months before, we now scout for all those big names all over the world, put them together. So they play individual football, they don't play as a team. So I would advise that the sports federations in Nigeria invest more in the homegrown people. We have talents in Nigeria. It's not until they are discovered. We discover them every day.
Yeah.
Let's train our teams here, homegrown, train them for 2 years, then go for tournament. You will see the magic that will happen. And I know that the people at the helm of affairs, they are doing their best, but we can't stop seeing the loopholes. You know, so all of us that are watching what is happening, we're watching everything as we can see the faults every day. The finance is not going to the homegrown, it's going high there. And when it goes high there, you get failure. Let's invest more because we have talents in Nigeria, I'm telling you.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate your inputs, Mrs. Raliat. We hope when next we call on you again, you'll be able to also come and give us your other opinions on other issues.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. Thank you, and well done for what you do.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's Football Wahala, and we're still doing a spotlight on LEKKI Junior Strikers. And I'm here with the head coach. Your name, please?
Omotokpe Ogunowu.
Omotokpe, nice to meet you. Please, I would like to know a brief history of how you started coaching here.
Okay, so I started coaching here about 4 years ago. When I was done with my coaching course, I needed somewhere to work, and this academy here is the oldest we have in the vicinity. This was the first thing that came out as an academy of this standard in the region. This is over 10 years here, and we've been here since. So this was the sensible place to join. So, and I've been having a swell time since then.
Okay, so as a coach, how has it been? You know, children, there are a whole lot of different kind of troubles come up. Like, how has it been getting them together, give them instructions, and getting them to follow that instruction?
Well, like you said, kids, they're a bundle.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, it's part of why we are coaches. You need to learn how to deal with those little nuances. One of the tricks I like to use is to assign a leader within them, right? It's easier for their peer to talk to them and they listen rather than me, their coach. They say I look like an authoritarian. If it's their mate talking to them, he feels like the captain and they feel like, oh, so.
Yeah. So, how far have you guys gone, like with the team? Are you seeing progress with the boys? Like, what has been your success story so far?
Okay, so our success story at the point is the initial generation that started here. They've graduated to our senior team. So we have a senior team that is over 18, under 18 team. So those guys now are doing a couple of trials, scouting tournaments to get signed. So these guys too, when they get to about 16 or when they are done with secondary school, they progress to the adult team and then they can start moving forward to being pro from there.
Interesting. Now let's go to the kids that we have here. So what's your name?
My name is Lonson.
Will you speak up a bit? What's your name?
My name is Lonson Toby.
Toby. What about you? What's your name?
Kobe.
Kobe. Like Kobe Bryant? Awesome. So now tell me, why do you love playing football?
I love playing football because football is fun.
Because it's fun. What about you?
It's because that is fun. It's fun and helps me exercise.
It helps him exercise.
Oh, it helps you exercise. Okay, that's wonderful. So, like, Toby, tell me, who's your favorite footballer or who your role model is?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Why?
I like how he's playing and I like how they call him the GOAT.
The GOAT. So you want to be a GOAT one day? Hope they won't use you for as soon. What about you? Who's your favorite footballer?
Karim Benzema.
Karim Benzema. Oh, that's interesting. Why do you like Benzema?
Because I like the way he heads. I like the way that he heads the ball.
Yeah, nice. So what team do you support? Like, what team are you a fan of?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, obviously. What about you?
Liverpool.
So, that's nice. So, who's your favorite player on the Liverpool team?
Mohamed Salah.
Mohamed Salah. Okay. Now, speaking about football now, how far do you see yourself going? Like, from here, what do you see yourself doing?
Better.
Yeah, better, but do you see yourself still playing football later on in life, in future?
Yes.
How far do you want to go with the football?
I want to go far than Cristiano Ronaldo, Iheanacho, than better players. I want to make my own history also.
Okay. What about you? How far do you want to go in football? Do you want to be better than Ronaldo? Do you want to be better than Benzema?
I want to be better than Ronaldo and Benzema.
Awesome. So none of you want to play for Super Eagles?
I'm going to play for Super Eagles.
Nice one. So coach, like, final word from you. What do you feel needs to be done to help encourage children and also to improve the sport?
So to encourage children, I think parents need to be more supportive of kids that want to play football. As we know now, outside entertainment, sports is the best tool to alleviate poverty within grassroots. So I would encourage our parents to support their kids in getting into. And then for the growth of the sport, I think we need more infrastructure, we need more facilities, we need more pitches where kids can play. We don't have enough. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Really appreciate the time.